What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here once again, and I cannot believe I'm doing my third live stream in a row, to be honest. I did not think I'd have enough this much time to do a daily live stream at this point, but here we are again. We're going to finish up the first season of our Arizona Coyotes rebuild today. But first, before we simulate the last 41 games, that will include the trade deadline, which we hope to gain at least another first round pick. And before we do that, we have to do our scouting though. So, all right. So yeah, these guys all. So basically, all of these we just need to redo all of these because the way scouting works, that their assignment finished, and we try to get as many of these guys to four bars as possible. So if you see, I'll go to the top in one moment, and you'll be able to see what we mean by that if you do not know. All right, all the way up. Lamoureux. We're trying to get. We could see like most of his stats. He's 31 scout ranked with those four bars, and if he's four bars, basically means he's fully scouted, and we don't really need to get any more information on him. But those that are not full bars yet, there's a chance of always just not something good happening. So we're just gonna go for the ones that do not have full bars. 10 again. We stopped at Langlois. You gotta remember that because if we remember, that is where we do 10 for each. All right. Okay. Got one here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Okay, USA Central now. Okay. Who is this? Some randomly generated Tony Silvestre has become the number one overall, so become the ranked number one. If I get a chance to take him, I probably won't because Shane Wright has done wonders for me, and I don't trust randomly generated players, even though I probably should trust them more. But, there we go. But if Shane Wright's like not number one at the draft, and let's say we're bad enough that we can take him like second or third overall if we get the chance, let's hope we can do that. Okay, WHL. Made some good progress in the W. There we go. Alright, it's an Atlantic. Extra Liga. Yurchek is someone I'm hoping to get. That's one person. That's one pick. I hope he can fall to me. That'd be excellent if he could. That's why I want as many first round picks as possible. I know how good some of these players can be. Dell. Yep, there we go. Liga. Slapkovsky's CS Central Scouting ranking is 9, but he's actually ranked 12 for us. And we're also looking for a center. I mean, Barrett Hayden, he's a good. He definitely can play first line center. I've had him do that in the past. But if we can have Shane Wright work with what we're going with, there was one franchise mode that I had that he just would not work with my first line, and he had to go on the second. But he was still an 87 overall in the second line, so that's always fine. Okay, that's Russia done. The first one at least. OHL. Shane Wright, we have fully scouted. He's set to go at number 2. Alright. Why do they do all these random ones that they just assign? This is so annoying. Alrighty. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So essentially everyone but Shane Wright. Okay. To the NLA. See some of these. You could see a lot of these guys aren't going to be directed. Like this guy's a goaltender who's set at 609. That's not likely going to happen, that he'll be drafted, because there's only 200-something selections in the draft. So what do we got left? Okay. So we did that. Now we're on the queue. I'm pretty sure we left off with Langlois, I think his name was on the queue, if I can remember correctly. So, they already did 40 for this. This is just... Yeah, Langlois, that's the guy we left off on, so we have to go to whoever is next after that. So yeah, just spamming X and moving the left stick down just to keep getting rid of those as fast as I can. Langlois, here he is. Alright. So start up here. And also, prior to the draft, if some of these guys finish up their scouting, we might just get a little bit extra on them. Okay, we went 1, 2. There was always that possibility. So, there's never enough scouting in this game. That's to say the least. Alright, I think, so there's only one that made it all the way for Russia. So, start here. Wait, right? Alright, so we have one, so they go all the way down. Yeah, this was one. So Turikov is where we start. One extra, there we go. SHL, easy one to do because there's not too many that are. Oh, we even have some already fully scouted from here, excellent. The higher level scouts are, the more quickly they'll be able to do this, so that's one reason, like, every offseason you go through and get the best scouts over again so that they can finish up the progress as much as they can. Let's look at the OHL again so I can see. No, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, so everyone but Wright in the top 11. Okay. So we go down here now. OHL. It's Elite 37. Fantastic. If you can hear all that button clicking, that's how fast I'm going. Say the least. It's a pretty tedious process, but it's all for the better. Alright, so that's where we start. Oh, we already have one down here. That's done actually, so we can skip you. Perfect. WHL. So this is our second WHL scout. Alrighty, so skip the first two. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 right there. 1, 2, yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We start up here. right after Zach Stringer. Having a good memory is also nice in doing this, so you can remember where you left off. Fortunately, I can. Oh, I already had my second Russia? Yeah, I did. That's one. Did I? I did. Huh. Oh, that's right. The first one I did was Russia. That's right. Okay. No, it's funny I say that right after saying I have a good memory. There we go. So yeah, the guy at the top is most likely there. There we go. Our scouting is done, and we can move on. Defenseman coach. We're looking probably to get an offensive, more minded coach after free agency. Also a high-leveled one. Their infinite supply of money, it shouldn't be too hard, but Clayton Keller. Alright. Simulate. Game 42 in the second half of the season starts now. Okay, good. Good win. Yeah, good loss for us, I should say. A win is a loss for this year, because if you don't remember, we're tanking. And I know by our record, it doesn't look like we're tanking, but trust me, we are trying to tank. Back-to-back 1-goal losses, back-to-back 1-0 losses. Against the Devils. Good. No good. Come on, Arizona. Not Arizona. Nice New Jersey. Less points is better. Alright. Now I got the Islanders, who, if they could simulate. Hayden to get the extension. Good. Central Scouting, whatever. Okay. Back-to-back games in New York. The deadline should be around game 60, so that's when that'll be taking place, most likely. Another 1-0 loss. It's good for our goalies because their save percentage will go up and they'll get more value. It's also good for our defense, which show they're keeping the puck out of the net for the most part. But it's not good for our forwards who are trying to get points, like Keller, who is on 40 points in 41 games with the one we came into this. Speaking of there, Keller gets 2 goals. And there we go. Power play goal from Soderstrom, very good. I'm going to be looking to sell a lot at the deadline, so... Okay, we're below. Now we're finally last in the Central. That's what we want. 43 points. Buffalo's at 38. Kraken at 42. Kings at 41. Islanders are with us at 43, and Devils are at 41. I did not mean to hit the calendar. So slow. There we go. 2-7-1 in the last few. That's what we want to see. Keller at 15 goals. He could get to 30 this year. It's not out of the realm of possibility, but we'll see. Kessel, Keller with the empty netter. McBain gets on the board. All right. Not what we want. And I just witnessed someone drop their phone outside, that was pretty funny. And that's our 20th win on the season. Not something I was expecting, but Pittsburgh as well. If Pittsburgh's like a top of the league, I'm going to be angry. Yep, second in their division. Well, alright. To end the month off, we have at home and home with Boston and Buffalo. Okay, Boston coming off early. Gosh, fair getting a goal. 6-1 Boston, very nice. Seems to be moving a lot slower than yesterday. I'm not sure why that is, but it's fine. Alright, no goals. We want Buffalo. This is a big game for Buffalo. Let's go Buffalo, winning in regulation. Because we want them to keep winning so they can get their chances of getting the first overall pick up. because we want that pick. Now start February in Colorado, and then come home to play Calgary. And then we have a long. It was supposed to be Olympic break, but then the NHL didn't end up going to the Olympics, so it was a bunch of makeup games there for the. Oh, it's that broken up. How is Colorado only winning 2-1 against us? Like, they're the best team in the league, I'm pretty sure right now. Yeah. Yeah, they're the best team in the league by 10 points in our division. And how much in the league? 10 points over the Pacific, 16 points over the Metropolitan, and 12 points over the Atlantic. All right. Calgary coming up big. Nice. Calgary. Way to start. Getting into finally losing some games. You weren't doing this at all last episode. Hopefully the Predators can keep winning because we're only 3 points behind them and we want to be more than that. I would be fine if we lost the last 32 games. We could still get over 50 losses. Yeah, it's going to be a long simulation here. Okay, there we go. Back with the Kings. Just got sent something pretty interesting from one of my friends. But anyway, moving to the against the Kings. This is a Kings must-win game for us because we want the Kings to pass us in the standings. 2-2. Hayden and Kessel. Iafallo, let's go. Oh, come on, Why Fisher? Come on, Kings. Chikrin! The one time I don't want you scoring. Alright. Let's finish up February now. Game at home against Vegas and Winnipeg, and that finishes up February. That works. Perfectly good with that. Start the next month off against Colorado as well. This time at home. There we go. It's not a matter of if Keller will hit 20 goals at this point, it's a matter of when. He'll definitely hit 20 goals, 30 assists, 50 points, which is what we want. I expected to get 50. I expected him to get around 50 points. I did not expect him to have 50 points and get shut out again. But did not expect him to do that well, this well out of the gate. I mean, once we got him some proper line mate. I mean, he has a decent line, but once Hayden got better, once they brought in some other players. Now we play Ottawa. That's not what we want to see. We're only 1 point behind Nashville now. That's not good. There we go. Just keep getting those losses. Keep bettering our chances at the man, the myth, the legend himself, Shane Wright. But yet he is a man, but he's not a myth. He's not a legend yet, but we'll see. Okay, Kings have passed us. Kraken have passed us. Devils have passed us. Islanders have passed us. Sabres have passed us. I think we are officially the worst team in the league. Toronto, I swear, if you blow this, I'm gonna lose it. This is we're finally worst. Galchenyuk and Muzzin. Oh my gosh. All the former Leafs are scoring. And Galchenyuk, all former Leafs. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Toronto. Why? I mean, Keller is over 30 assists at least, but that's not the point. Now we play in... That was in Toronto as well. We just embarrassed Toronto in Toronto. Then beats you would play another... We want Phil Kessel to keep going before the deadline because it makes salary go up, and if we retain salary, even better. Ottawa, you better not beat... 50 points for Keller. Let's go. Getting closer and closer to the deadline. Thanks, Ottawa. Thanks a lot. Sweep Ottawa this year. Are they in the playoffs in their division? Battling for a wild card and losing to us. If they didn't lose to us both games, they would be in a wild card. There's the deadline on the March 20th. Have 30 losses. No, we wanted more by then. Kessel getting more. Keep going, Kessel. I hope Kessel's at 20 goals by now. Okay, one last game before the deadline, and then we'll review where we are. The Kings want to give us Philip Deneau for 2/3 and a fourth. Really? What kind of a season is he having? $35 points in 65 games, 83 overall. Fits the bottom six. At that cap hit, I don't want to take for 6 more years as well. I'm gonna decline this. If he had like 50 points, I'd say sure. Like in real life, he had at this time in this timeline. All right, a game against Pittsburgh, and then we head into the deadline. Kessel, it's your final goal as a Coyote. I'll salute you that. Boyd, it might be Fisher. I hope it is. All right. Can't sweep Pittsburgh as well. Just cause. Now, where are we? We are ahead of the Sabres, and that's Panthers are 30 and 30. Interesting. If they won the President's Trophy, like I predicted. So, Keller moved up to 86. Was he an 86, actually? No, he wasn't an 86. He was an 85. He was the same as Schmaltz. I remember. Ghost, 35 points. Schmaltz, 34. Hayden, 32. Did not move up, but... Chikrin, 29. Boyd, 24. Fisher, 22. Yaskin, 20. Richie, 19. Richie, you're on the... How is our second line faltering this badly? McBain, 17. Soderstrom, you're up to 78. Mayo, you're gone next year. Soder, yeah, you are too. So, let's look at the goaltending. All right, it's not actually not been bad. Vamelka's a Sateri. Have you begun? No, okay. Let's look at the AHL. 22, 21, 6 with 4 shutouts for Coronard. 920. We might move him up to the... Well, we'll look at the ratings. Provenza, not too bad. Wait, Tucson, yeah. All skaters. 46 points for McKelly. Kirk with 20 goals. 70 moved up to 72. Very good. Jenik still at 77. Timmins up to 76. This guy up to 75. um, your Sayarvi up to 75. So I forgot I like did the lines, and so they only got one game each. Um, all right, now let's look at the NHL. Let's go to who's leading the league, who's doing the business. Sidney Crosby and Nazem Kadri tied with 80 points. Whew. Larkin at 76. Ovechkin with 49 goals already. Wow. Yeah, he's catching Gretzky. Cannon, Matthews, Marner, 52 assists. Larkin with 50. JT Miller, Rantanen, Zibanejad, Bergeron. Is there any just absurd ones? Connor Brown still at 58 points. I don't know why this game loves this guy. Alright. Let's look at the entire league. We're at 31st. This is exactly how I predicted the bottom two seeds. How funny is that? And they also have a game in hand, so they have a chance to win that. Let's look at goals for. World worst. Goals against. We're actually towards the top. How funny is that? Power play percentage. Neither nor the bottom nor the top. PK. Neither nor the bottom nor the top. All right. Short-handed goals. We have none. Not surprised. Oh wait, we never checked the minor league. Let me check that quickly. Tucson is the way they do this is so weird. 75 points. Are they in a playoff spot? I can't tell. Okay, so we're near the edge of it. The problem is our games played is above a lot more than other teams. So we'll see how that goes. All right, moving into the deadline. We want to get rid of most of our players, so let me do this. All right, sim to next game. Seller. Enter the trade deadline. Here we go. Who are some of the bigger names? We'll find out. Ilya Sorokin. This is the guy I'm going for. I'm going to try to acquire this guy via trade in the offseason. We'll see how that goes. Okay, we're going to find some trades. Then we'll build off them. Ghost has value all of a sudden. Kessel. Here we go. Find trade. 2 seconds from Boston. That's it. That's the only trade? Alright. So, Boston, how would you feel about if we retained half? Alright. Arizona would have traded more. Arizona would have traded more than 3 players with retained set. What does that mean? What? All right. Change of plan. um, Draft picks. They don't this year. Not business with you, buddy. All right. We're gonna propose some trades, and we're gonna see Buffalo. Because if we don't get that pick and Buffalo does, we're gonna see if we can give enough. Travis Boyd. Christian Fisher. Buffalo will take some of their bad contracts. Cody Eakin, why not? Who else? They don't really have many bad contracts. Mark Pysyk, I guess. Problem is their value is a lot more than ours as of right now, so it's not going to happen. All right. So now we need to find someone who can like take Kessel. That's the plan. Calgary could. Edmonton would be over the cap. So would Florida. The Rangers are buying. They want to get rid of their first round pick. Did they just do that seriously? 2022 first round pick. It's on the block. What is this blasphemy? Alright, screw you then. Flyers are interested. Give me that pick. It's about almost equivalent. We'll also give you a fifth, and we'll take your worst contract. That as long as it ends in like a year. Alright, alright. James Van Riemsdyk, when does your contract end? 2 years? Hell no. Give me some of their money. Oscar Lindblom. 2 years left. He's tradable. Trade rejected. Okay. It might be having to part ways with a higher pick than I expected. We can go with our third from next year. Trade rejected. And a fourth. Alright, gotta get creative here. Third in 2024. Trade rejected. I want your first round pick, Philly. Two-thirds? Is that interesting to you? Wow. Fifth. There we go. So Kessel's gone. We're near the cap floor. Why did our cap just go up by 7 million? That scared the heck out of me. Alright, so let's put Strawman out here now, I think. Where's Strawman? Flyers can still take him. Penguins also want to part with a first rounder. If we had like 5 first round picks, that'd be insane. All right, so they could take Strawman. So we already have 4 first rounders. I'm tempted to trade our first round pick next year. Maybe in 2 years? No, okay, that's already way too much according to that, so. Third in 2024. And a fourth in 2024. Along with, who's a useless person that we have? Scroll to the bottom. Nah, we need him in the lineup. 21. This guy. Okay, they have too many skaters then, never mind. If this works, can we do it? Alright. So basically we need something that'll entice them. I would say Limblom, but then we'd have to take a... We could always do that. Do they have interest in any... They have interest in Nick Ritchie. But Pittsburgh would be more than... Okay, so we'll take a skater from them. Who do they not want? Brock McGinn. Four years. Brian Boyle, I'm more tempted to take. But he's only 750K. This guy. Pittsburgh would be over the minimum league salary cap. That's because that's buried in the minors, yep. We might have to take Brock McGinn and then just trade him for like a 7th in the offseason. Take this guy, maybe. Maybe they'll let us. He's actually more value than the first. Alright, so how about, we'll part ways with a 7th as well. Will that do anything? No, don't, no, no. No? Alright. It was worth a try. Fourth in 2023. Trade rejected. Should I push 2025 limits? 2025 4th rounder. Ah, dang it. I really want this pick. Two fourths and this year's 6th. Trade rejected. This year's 5th. Jeez, give me a break here. I'm not giving up a 2nd. Another 4th. I'll have to be back in a moment, so... one moment. Alright, so we ended up doing the trade. So that's pretty much all we're gonna have time to do for this trade deadline, I'm sorry to say. But I will say that I'm gonna have to cut the stream short here. I may have a chance to be back later and film the back half of the season. But it's really all that I'm gonna do, I think, at this deadline. I got 2 first rounders, that was the goal. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.